someone invited who belongs in Revolution Pro Wrestling. He's got snazzy gym jams.
And it's a very different entrance than we normally see from Zozaya. He's normally got more energy than the Duracell bunny, bouncing around in every part of the crowd, but a much more serious Zozaya as he prepares for what for him is the biggest of dream matches. Now a year and a half since Zozaya debuted in Revolution Pro Wrestling.
By beating.
What?
By beating.
You beat Michael Oku in Barcelona.
Absolutely.
I got you.
There we go. Thank you. So, beating champions in non-title contests, absolutely no stranger to Zozaya. And here we have a man possibly 24 hours prior to losing the IWGP heavyweight title in an absolute travesty midway through a show nothing to do with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Wouldn't that be tragic? Here's your IWGP heavyweight champion, Zack Jr.
Recording a Zack Sabre Jr. match. It was the week after he won that IWGP World Heavyweight title for the first time at Global Wars last year. Now on the same weekend as this year's Global Wars UK, Zack Sabre Jr. returns, now a two-time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, he is. Well done.
Also a four-time, an unprecedented four times as the undisputed British heavyweight champion here in REVPRO.
Absolutely, and a one-time winner of Mr. Sheppy. What are you talking about? Who cares? Anyway, Zack Sabre Jr., holder of the most prestigious title in all of Japan. Again, potentially losing it to Nigel Sodding McGuinness, whose history in Japan consists of being in Noah.
We'll see. That's
ages ago.
That's a question for tomorrow. Zack Sabre Jr. very much used to the big occasions. He's got one tomorrow. He's got one here against Zozaya.
Absolutely, and Zack Sabre is not going to take tonight off. Zozaya, freestyle wrestling champion in Spain multiple times.
Four times.
There we go.
And that is why I think this is such an intriguing encounter, because we talk about Zack Sabre Jr. regularly has been perhaps the best technical wrestler on the planet.
Some people say that, yeah.
Zozaya, with that freestyle wrestling ability, is going to be able to go hold for hold here, I think, with Zack Sabre Jr.
Actually, Zack controlling with the head scissors, though. Zozaya managing to get his arm free, moving it into a position where he can relieve some of that pressure on his throat. Zack digging the elbow in, and Zozaya wonderfully finding his way out of the hole. Crossing Zack Sabre's legs before switching to the head. Zack Sabre, though, smartly ducking the head, getting out of the headlock before it starts, and sweeping Zozaya through with his leg.
Zozaya just having to not allow himself to get frustrated. He's going to know that there will be times here where Sabre Jr. is able to get the upper hand in those exchanges, and as much as this is important to him, he can't allow himself to approach this match if he has the weight of the world on his shoulders here, Zozaya. He's got to do what he does best. He's got to be free-flowing in his approach.
Absolutely beautiful take of the back. Zack Sabre doing everything he can to turn that into a front face lock. Zozaya going for the cover. Zack Sabre snapping him off. Obviously slightly frustrated with the ease that Zozaya was able to take him down. Of course, Zack Sabre no stranger to facing people with that freestyle wrestling background. Faced my boy Great O'Khan several times, one of the greatest freestyle wrestlers in the world. And Zozaya.
That's the thing about Sabre Jr. as well, though, is that he's so able to take on opponents of all different shapes and sizes and styles.
Absolutely, and Sabre cowardly. Rolling to the outside. Sorry, as you would say, of anyone else that you don't like.
I'm the one. I'm the one who's inconsistent, right? Yeah, sure.
You are. Absolutely are. You're consistently wrong.
So I am consistent.
Huh?
Never mind. So Zack crawling back towards Sabre. He's looking to take out one of those legs if he can.
At least you don't call him rangy, unlike Quilden. I will give you that. Well done. Roll through from Zozaya. Grab the chin, but Zack Sabre having none of that, taking Zozaya down sharply with a twist of the hips. Now going to the fingers, and again, referee Chris Hatch could admonish Zack Sabre for isolating the fingers, technically against the rules, but Chris Hatch, at the referee's discretion here in Revolution Pro Wrestling, has never given a toss about that particular rule. Zack Sabre working the wrist of Zozaya.
Zozaya just staying calm, thinking about it. He knows what to do to break that, and he does it.
Shades of Owen Hart with that reversal from Zozaya. And Zozaya now cowardly going to the ropes, as you would say, for other people that you don't actually like.
Well, both men retreating to their respective corners. Sabre Jr., you can see, just thinking this through. There's that cliche we hear regularly about pro wrestling being a game of human chess, but it is that sort of scenario when you get two wrestlers like this. You can just always see with Zack Sabre Jr., he is thinking 6 or 7 holds ahead. Sabre now with control of that left arm of Zozaya, now the side headlock.
Absolutely. Zack Sabre, absolutely one of the greatest players of chess in the world. Oh, saying, Zozaya, king me.
Okay.
Which is checkers, not...
Yeah, okay, bow and arrow. Into the pin.
Into the pin, yeah.
And not even a 1 count there before Sabre Jr. kicked out. Now he's really going for the pin. Instead, he's going to grab the leg.
Absolutely isolating it. Starting to threaten the calf crusher, changing his mind, going to the toe and ankle hold. Zozaya now transferring around, getting to his feet smoothly. Front face lock, no. Zack Sabre with the arm whip. Zozaya with the avoiding. Roll through into the drop kick from Zozaya. Zack Sabre had done his homework enough for that one.
And finally, Zozaya with the look on his face that we're more used to, that look of confidence.
Only a 1 count.
First thing that's really gone Zozaya's way. And you think about this match, and Zozaya, the way he's described it, it's always very unique in the way he describes pro wrestling. He talks about it as art. That's the way he approaches it. He sees this as a chance to paint on the biggest canvas with the finest artists. I wonder if he's idealizing this somewhat, because it is going to be more like war than art. If Zack Sabre Jr. has to take it up a couple of notches, there's nothing artistic about the way that Zack Sabre Jr. can ratchet up the aggression.
That's fine. Zozaya is no stranger to war. Just look at his previous match. Beautiful kick to the face by Zack, sorry. Look at his previous matches against Jay Joshua, against Leon Slater. No slouch at bringing that violence is Zozaya. Floating over to the outside, lining up Sabre. Sabre caught.
Yeah, Sabre able to catch the leg, now twisting the ankle. Zozaya caught him anyway. Now Zozaya jumping for joy at the fact that things are starting to turn in his direction.
Oh, shoulder onto Zack Sabre, barriers onto people's legs, liability insurance through the roof, contenders nowhere to be seen.
And you can just literally see that confidence in Zozaya escalating with each passing moment. Absolutely. After a very tentative start.
And what I was going to say before they started, Zack Sabre kicked out of a pinning attempt from Zozaya at 1, expelling additional energy where he could have breathed for a second, kicked out at 2. That was by Zack Sabre Jr. by design to try and stop Zozaya gaining this level of confidence. But Zozaya, like an energetic sodding puppy, absolutely confidently diving straight into Zack Sabre Jr. Beautiful.
We saw a tribute to that move from Kanji earlier on. There's the original from Sabre Jr. Sabre, so methodical, and again this now two-time IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Of course. And let's be honest, the neck crank from Zack Sabre Jr., the pain caused to your neck is not the only form of suffering there. You've got to smell Zack Sabre's feet as well. Terrible, brutal kick to the spine from the member of Tum Duck.
That's TMDK for all of you at home who are trying to translate what Gideon Gray's talking about. The group of which Zack Sabre Jr. is the leader in New Japan.
Calls himself the front man. Yep, well done.
Sabre bringing Zozaya back up to his feet, only so he can uppercut him back down. We talked about those wars that Zozaya has had. He was victorious in that 60-minute Ironman match at Uprising in December against Leon Slater, albeit in overtime. But then a loss to Jay Joshua, who had been a thorn in his side for several months. They finally had a last man standing match that Joshua was able to win. Zozaya trying to turn Sabre Jr.'s shoulders down onto the canvas there.
Well, Zack absolutely can opening the hand. Again, going back to the fingers.
The angle there of the wrist of Zozaya.
Just jabbing the fingers into Zozaya's own ribs. See, I'm a big proponent of using your knuckles on the intercostals of other people because it's absolutely incredibly painful. Try it at home if you've not experienced it, just in between your ribs. Drive your knuckle in there, it's brilliant. But Zack Sabre taking it a level further, causing Zozaya to injure himself. Stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. The childlike cries of wonder from Zack Sabre Jr. in this match.
And he does have those occasional bullying instincts, doesn't he, Zack Sabre Jr.? And that's what I'm talking about this. This isn't going to be a work of art. This isn't going to be what Zozaya thinks it's going to be.
Zozaya coming back with European return, but Zack Sabre just leveling the Spaniard. And those bullying ways comes from his upbringing on Sheppey. Rough area. Not sure if you've ever been.
I've been to the Isle of Sheppey.
Terrible, isn't it?
Lovely coastline.
Oh, horrible, horrible people. Zack Sabre Jr. looking for another of those neck twists. Zozaya, though.
Zozaya got the head.
Beautiful counter.
Yeah. Hits him right in the nose, I think. Here comes Zozaya. Picking up the pace here.
And looking for that farmer's suplex.
Throwing Sabre Jr. over his shoulder. Zozaya starting to work through the gears here. Finally, Zozaya, as the crowd chant his name, circling Sabre Jr.
Savouring the moment. Half a Japanese stranglehold from Zozaya, the other half applied. Zack, now of course living in Japan, calls that a stranglehold.
What's the Japanese word for stranglehold?
Stranglehold.
Okay.
They use the English.
Zozaya rolling over onto his back, now using his left boot to push into the side of the head there of Sabre Jr.
Absolutely almost a variation on the Doki Choki. You're looking at me confused there, don't worry. Maybe watch more of our partner shows next time. Was that working his way into almost an anaconda vice is Zack Sabre Jr. there. Zozaya has Zack's fingers this time, snaps them himself. Oh, and now Chris Hatch has a problem with it. Sod off, Chris.
I'm not sure that's against the rules, is it, to snap the fingers?
Yes! What? Any digit manipulation is against the rule. Have you read a rule book?
Well, yes, I have read the rule book, more than you've read it, clearly.
Sure. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway.
It's the kind of move that we see regularly nowadays in pro wrestling, and I don't think I've ever seen it cause a disqualification, but yet you suddenly want that rule to be inconsistently applied.
I want it to be applied consistently throughout. It's always been against the rules, just like closed fists.
When was the last time you saw a disqualification for someone snapping their opponent's fingers?
Never, because referee's discretion has made it common usage to ignore, which means the health and safety of your professional wrestlers is at risk. Beautiful submission work from Zozaya. Zack Sabre tied up in complete trouble here, managing to get his legs free. Looking to isolate the ankle and heel of Zozaya, managing to do so. Zozaya finds himself from a dominant position in great trouble here against Zack Sabre Jr., forces him to kick at the skull of Zack Sabre. Not pretty technical wrestling, but damn effective.
Yeah, I'm going to say certainly effective, because Sabre Jr.'s eyes just rolled into the back of his head as he collapsed down to the canvas. Now, Zozaya unwrapping that wrist tape from around those fingers. Zozaya, every part of him aching now at this full body workout he's had at the hands of Zack Sabre Jr.
Zack taking his time, enjoying himself on the floor. And Zozaya helping him up to his feet. Lovely forearm strike.
Zozaya getting in the face here of Sabre Jr., who's just shoving him.
Zozaya inviting Zack to a strike-off. Zack responding with a European uppercut.
And Zozaya with an uppercut of his own.
He just calls it an uppercut. He's from Spain.
You know, we're in Europe too.
Huh? We're not. We're literally not.
We are part of the continent of Europe.
Brexit?
We're still in the... Never mind. Zozaya staring at Sabre Jr., who looking a little bit annoyed now as he gets back to his feet. Uppercut from Sabre Jr. and another one. Zozaya's got to find an answer to this, and find it he does. There's the snapmare. Now he's going to do a bit of Sabre Jr. to himself. Wow.
Now you want to talk about your Sabreisms. Zozaya has just shown that he is fluent himself. Thank you very much. Delicious, succulent Chinese meal for Zozaya within this wrestling match.
Zozaya is hooking the arms here of Sabre Jr. He's saying he's going to spin him around.
Oh, no. Ah, beautiful counter work by Zack Sabre. No, Zozaya coming back in. Zack finding the kick, ending with a PK. Talented feat of Mr. Ripley.
You should never announce what you're going to do in advance when you're in there against Zack Sabre Jr., because he's very quick thinking. He'll think immediately for that encyclopedic brain of his how he's going to counter. That's exactly what he did there against Zozaya.
Absolutely, a wrestling mind palace, if you will. Zack Sabre Jr. counting his fingers, making sure they're all still there.
I think he's maybe experiencing some numbness given the assault that's been on that arm.
I think Zozaya may be experiencing some numbness of his own.
I'm just staring in the face here. It's a dream match for Zozaya. Sabre Jr. doing his best to turn it into a nightmare for the Spaniard.
Absolutely luring Zozaya into making mistakes, but Zozaya looking for the... Nope.
Trying for the De Madrid al Cielo, couldn't get it. Sabre Jr. very quickly getting off the shoulders.
Three-quarter face lock transition by Zack Sabre. Couldn't get his
He
fingers cast properly.
He got him! De Madrid al Cielo from Zozaya, but I don't think Zozaya is going to be able to capitalize. That si se puede chant. Yes, you can. That's what they're telling Zozaya. Zozaya's got to believe he's got it in him to beat Sabre Jr.
Absolutely, and the Spanish kanji looking to finish off Zack Sabre Jr. Ties up the legs.
That's the passion in these Zozaya chants.
Beautiful. Zozaya rolling Zack Sabre nearer to the center of the ring. I think this may be a hold Zack Sabre Jr. hasn't experienced before.
Sabre going to grab the hands of Zozaya. Realized what Zozaya was trying to do.
Wonderful.
Quickly neutralize the threat.
Zozaya finding the ankle of Zack Sabre Jr. needs to start trying to press those toes down towards the arsehole of Zack Sabre Jr. Really cause the pressure and the pain. Zack in trouble. Figuring his way out though, rolling through straight onto Zozaya himself.
He's near the ropes if he needs them, Zozaya. Zozaya is reaching forwards. If he looks to his right, he'll be able to get to that rope.
Zack swapping around to grip the heel and start tearing away at the Achilles of Zozaya. Zozaya transferring, looking for the Achilles of Zack. Zack taking exception and just raising those forearms in to cause the break.
You know, I don't think Zozaya even wanted to grab the rope there. I think he was taking it upon himself to find a counter to that hold.
Absolutely. Listen, again, you want, if your dream match is someone like Zack Sabre Jr., you don't want to be grabbing the rope. You want to be going hold to hold, showing that you are better. Very few people are.
Zozaya is proving with every passing minute here that he is certainly in the same kind of caliber as Zack Sabre Jr.
Beautiful German suplex. Oh, Zack though.
Again, Sabre Jr. able to just crank that aggression up to 11 whenever he needs to. Boot to the face of Zozaya, but Sabre Jr. is exhausted as well. He's flat on his back here, taking some deep breaths, trying to get some oxygen circulating through his body.
Both men using the opportunity to catch their breath, to regain some energy, to shake some feeling back into torn ligaments. Sabre to his feet first. Zozaya being helped up. Sabre looking for that DDT. Rolls through. And Zack driver, no! Roll through from Zozaya! Beautiful suplex.
And that was a work of art from Zozaya to nail that suplex. Now he's got to get on top here. Okay, he's not going to go for the pin. He's not going for the pin.
Doesn't want to finish Zack off that way.
I think he thinks he can't finish him that way. He wasn't ready to stay down for the
Zack.
count of 3.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Look at Zozaya, look at that left hand of Zozaya is thinking about tapping out. Here's that arm being stretched backwards.
Sabre Jr. looking to hyperextend the elbow of Zozaya. Zozaya managing to inadvertently save himself on the floor there. But Zack smoothly changing into that triangle choke, and now Zozaya is in a great deal of problem. Wants to try and take the pressure off, create a pocket where he can breathe. Zack looking to close the legs more firmly, trap the neck and exert pressure to force Zozaya's neck against his own shoulder, trying to choke Zozaya out with his own arm in this situation. Zozaya though doing well to avoid just that, and Sabre hanging on to Zozaya's arm. Zozaya looking for the ropes, doesn't know how close he is, and Zack finding the middle of the ring again, transitioning into that armbar, looking to change his grip to force the elbow to hyperextend. Zozaya though managing to get on top. No downward pressure against Zack Sabre Jr. deliberately from Zozaya, which is why Chris Hatch not counting there. Powerbomb, no. Zack Sabre holding on to the hold.
Zozaya, I think, is in danger of fading here.
Chris Hatch needs to check. Zozaya showing that he's moving ever so slightly, but in a lot of trouble here. Hatch has a better view here. We can't quite see Zozaya's face. Hatch seeing something we don't. Zozaya now looking for the bomb again. No, under the knee!
Zozaya with a variation of a backbreaker there to free himself from Zack Sabre Jr. But he was in that hold a very, very long time. It looked on a couple of occasions there, Gideon, that he was going to pass out. And I don't know at this point what we have left in Zozaya.
And listen, at the very least, Zozaya is going to be seeing all kinds of stars right now. That tunnel vision that comes with being choked out does take a long time to clear. Zozaya needs to breathe and needs to get more air into his lungs. Avoid hyperventilating. If you do that, you're at more danger of passing out, even if you're not being choked at the moment. Zozaya, though, gathering his breath, finding that willpower to carry on, clutching his arm, though. He might be compromised here.
Yeah, Sabre Jr. just seeing the pain that Zozaya is in. He's liking what he sees. Look at him, he's offering a free shot here.
Zack Sabre Jr. Not able to lift his own arm against Zozaya. Zozaya may not be the only person compromised in this match.
Again, it's that bullying instinct, though, of Sabre Jr., who's offering Zozaya to hit him with the arm that he knows is injured.
Again, not just that, but wanting to hide your own weaknesses. I don't think Zozaya's noticed the pain from Zack Sabre Jr. Sucking in, targeting now the left arm of Zozaya. Right arm. Like that.
When you're suffering as much pain as I'm sure Zozaya is at the moment, having any kind of attention to what your opponent may be suffering from is a big ask. Must be incredibly distracting with that pain coursing through that right arm. Sabre Jr. demanding that Zozaya get back to his feet.
Zozaya
Just no power.
Used to hiding weakness from his opponents. This is where Zack has the experience edge against Zozaya.
Zozaya, look, again, Sabre Jr. just offering him the chance for a free shot.
Zozaya taking it. Beautiful super kick. Zack now in real trouble.
Yeah, I think
Zozaya's seen him hurt.
Sabre Jr. meant he was offering him a chance for him with the right hand, not a super kick, but Zozaya adapted. Now Zozaya's got the right arm of Sabre.
Anaconda Vice from Zozaya now. Zack Sabre in trouble on the floor. Bridging back Zozaya, trying to choke out the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Zack Sabre barely moving at the moment.
Sabre's eyes are glazing over. Those eyes are glazing over. His body's going limp here, Sabre.
And the fingers. Again, that manipulation of joints by Sabre.
Stamping on the elbow. Sabre Jr. going to the ropes, looking for the clothesline. Zozaya ducks it, he comes off the ropes. They both took each other down. And this one, at the moment, is anyone's game.
Well, this deep in, you're not just talking cumulative damage from your opponent, you're also nearing your body's own limit. The lactic acid build-up in your body this deep into a match is excruciating. Both men need to try and find adrenaline to carry them through. Zozaya managing to get to his feet first.
It's going to be a big question now, though, whether Zozaya can adapt.
Oh,
he's only got one arm, effectively.
Speaking of adapting, Zack Sabre Jr. on the top rope, unusual position for him right now. Oh, headbutt from Zozaya. Picked up from his battles with Jay Joshua, no doubt.
Zozaya just wincing as he forces himself up onto that top turnbuckle with Zack Sabre Jr. Now, hang on, he's got Sabre Jr. up on the shoulders. If he hits that de Madrid al Cielo from the top, that's the way he beat Leon Slater in overtime in that Iron Man match.
Oh, Sabre though.
And he's got him. He gets him. Now get your arm on the chest of Zack Sabre Jr. and you might have the win, Zozaya. Zozaya with the cover in the right shoulder up. Right shoulder up.
Secure the cover. Fundamentals. The exhaustion, the work Zack Sabre has done just couldn't make a secure cover. Barely pressure down against the shoulders from his head. Zack Sabre Jr. rolls the elbow, keeps himself in this competition.
Obviously, there was going to be no way that Zozaya could get a very effective cover, but I thought any kind of contact might be enough. Zozaya, I think, was just ramming his own shoulder into the turnbuckle to try and maybe put it back into position. Now, Sabre Jr.
looking for the pin, no! Zozaya switches with Zack. Zozaya!
Both men switching it up on each other now.
Oh, Zozaya found it, no! Zack, choke, roll through from Zozaya, holds the end, European clutch from Zozaya!
Still not enough.
But Zozaya taking Zack Sabre Jr. to the absolute limits with Zack Sabre Jr.'s own style.
Zozaya once more crewing all too slowly towards Zack Sabre Jr., who now rolls away from him. Make sure his hand and foot are close to or under that bottom rope. Zozaya still crawling though. Still trying to get to Sabre Jr. He has almost nothing left, but still he keeps on fighting.
And Sabre running away from Zozaya, creating that distance, buying himself more time. Both men proper knackered in this match.
I wish we could hear what these two are saying up close to each other.
Well, whatever it is, it caused him to get a slap. Zozaya, though, clenching his jaw, trading with Zack Sabre Jr. Zack having to create a flurry. Super kick from Zozaya.
Zozaya now the
one penalty kick.
Sabre Jr.
Zack driver.
The Zack driver from Sabre Jr. And a kick out, kick out, kick out.
Armbar, Zack. Zozaya doing everything to avoid it. No, run up for Zozaya.
Another kick out from Sabre Jr. this time.
Zozaya looking for that farmer suplex. No, Sabre counters into the armbar. Beautiful hyperextension of the arm.
And just like that, Sabre Jr. wins it. A clinic here in London.
Very rare you get to use the expression tap or snap nowadays, but absolutely the case there. Zozaya not managing to achieve his dream of beating Zack Sabre Jr., but sure as hell took him to the very, very limit.
Zozaya's aim was to paint a masterpiece tonight at Crystal Palace, and in that I think he succeeded, but whether that will be any consolation to Zozaya in losing to one of his idols here in Zack Sabre Jr., I don't know. Sabre Jr. with some words for Zozaya before his championship belt is handed back to him. He marches on to the O2 tomorrow night. That big title defense against Nigel McGuinness. Sabre Jr. proving, as he has time and time and time again, why he is quite simply the very best at what he does. Championship gold slung over his shoulder. That trademark swagger of Zack Sabre Jr. And another unforgettable victory here in Revolution Pro Wrestling for one of the men on whose backs this company has been built over the past 13 years.
Understandable.
REVPRO came to Barcelona, I wrestled Michael Oku, and ever since, that basically changed my life. I wanted to be a pro wrestler, and now I can fucking say I'm a pro wrestler! I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go to Madrid, I'm gonna go see my mom, I'm gonna hug her, I'm gonna stay with her. Without her, I'm nothing. Before I do that, I just want to say, it'll never be a goodbye, just to see you later, guys. So just so you know, guys, I truly fucking mean this. I love you. I truly do.
On a weekend of high emotions, Zozaya bringing many of the fans here to tears. And as Zozaya just said, whatever happens next, this is not goodbye, it's just see you later. What a story. The story of Zozaya in Revolution Pro Wrestling. A tale they will be telling for decades to come.